Virginia is home to a modern wine country on the rise. In the 30 years since the cultivation of European wine grapes was introduced to Virginia, the state has become home to over 140 wineries and nearly 3,000 acres of vineyards, making Virginia the 7th largest wine-producing region in the United States. It is a unique wine region whose unparalleled beauty, history, and access to the winemaking process make it unlike any other in the world. The state's 5 distinct growing regions produce numerous varieties of wine that are distinctively Virginia, including Viogniers and Cabernet Francs, now garnering attention from wine critics from California to New York to London. And no matter who the grower or which the variety, the goals for Virginia wine are the same: crafting the best quality wine the region can create while expressing Virginia's terroir, the distinctive imprint of flavor defined by the climate and soil of the land. Virginians have made wine for more than 4 centuries. The British Empire had such hopes for Virginia wine they required each male settler in Jamestown to plant and tend at least 10 grapevines. Sadly, little came of it. With the goal of one day realizing the promise of fine Virginia wines, Thomas Jefferson, along with his Italian viticulturist, cultivated European grapes for more than 30 years. Yet, due primarily to disease, his Monticello vineyards never produced a single bottle of wine from his years of vineyard trials. In the 1820s, wines made from Native American grapes met with great success. Then, a Virginia Norton wine was named Best Red Wine of all nations at the Vienna World's Fair in 1873. But in the early 20th century, Prohibition promptly brought winemaking in Virginia to a standstill. The industry was slow to bounce back. As late as 1950, Virginia had all of 15 acres of commercial wine grapes. But by 1976, several Virginia wineries were experimenting with growing wine grapes, including Italian vintner Gianni Zonin, who hired Gabriele Roussi to grow and harvest vinifera grapes near Charlottesville at Barbersville Vineyards. In the nation's bicentennial year, the Virginia wine industry began anew. With 30 years of experience and experimentation, Virginia winemakers have learned well and are now doing more than simply unlocking the quality of their fruit. They are truly expressing the Virginia land in their wines. Located halfway between Europe and California, Virginia is a New World area producing Old World-style wines. Viticulturists and winemakers in Virginia work with weather similar to the wine regions of Europe and look to the European tradition of winemaking to craft classical, elegant wines. The region's Bordeaux-style blends and red wines such as Cabernet Francs, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Merlot are creating excitement for those looking for an Old World-style red wine. Virginia Viognier, now an accepted term among wine fanciers, is already on its way to being one of Virginia's most notable wines and is helping to define the style of Virginia winemaking. In addition to its variety of offerings and commitment to quality, a number of factors work to make Virginia not just a producer of wine, but a true wine region. An unparalleled sense of history, coupled with magnificent scenery, a burgeoning food scene, and first-class facilities, have created a vibrant tourism industry centered around Virginia wine. The Virginia Tourism Corporation reports that over 1 million people visit Virginia wineries annually. A series of a dozen wine trails traversing every part of the state allows visitors to taste a wide variety of Virginia wine, but also to experience the people, places, and stories behind them. Similar to the wine estates of Europe, many Virginia vineyards are of relatively small holdings and are operated by their founding families. Nestled amongst the state's historic landscape, the vineyards showcase the best of Virginia's past and present. Everywhere one looks, Virginia's statewide commitment to creating quality wines has laid the foundation for a wine industry that is poised for growth and increased recognition. More acres under vine than at any point in its rich history. New wineries opening their doors with state-of-the-art facilities. An influx of talented new winemakers to the state. Increasing distribution, growing consumer demand, record tourism. Hundreds of festivals and wine-related events. An annual showcase for the wine industry. Support at the state and local levels. National and international awards. Quality wines. Virginia wine is the story of Virginia today, embraced wholeheartedly by its land, its people, their history, resources, and expertise. This would not have surprised Virginia's first wine enthusiast, Thomas Jefferson, and nothing seen in the Virginia countryside or tasted in a glass of Virginia wine is distant from his vision for this land. For more information, visit the Virginia Wine website at www.virginiawine.org.